talk, y'all. It's gonna be so crazy, but it's gotta be talked about. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm in a different perspective. Spirit done grown. Look at spirit done grown up. Yeah, I'm in a different perspective. Now let's talk about men. Y'all know I can't stand no bald head man. I really can't. I mean, I done told y'all before my spirit I like. So let me update the new ones. Okay, spirit has like, I don't know what's going on with me as far as like, and if you want to say that I'm baldophobic, okay, girl, you're right, I'm baldophobic. I can't stand no pointy, no shiny, no denty, no movie, no swishy, bald freaking head. I can't, and definitely no bumpy head. Like I can't stand no bald bumpy head. And literally, I think I go through something. I have to talk myself into not thinking about the bald head all the time, and then the bald head start to become 3D. And don't let us get into an argument. Oh my God, it's over, and that's wrong. It's wrong. You know that's wrong. Hello, welcome back to ASMRTheChew, and today I'm going to be doing my makeup. I'm just going to do a quick makeup look, and this is the magic aloe vera, just like spray water. Use it as an opportunity to hydrate my face. Hydrating my face is like really important. I'm in Texas, and it gets so hot in Texas. It was so hot yesterday. The sun was like cooking you literally. So staying hydrated plus drinking water is really important for the skin. I'm gonna choose some gums. I got a couple of different gums over here. Don't really matter. I'm just doing the number 5 gum just to relax me. I'm a tiny bit stressed because I've been trying to keep my nails on as long as I can. I decided yesterday, man, Jackie started up. I started popping them off, and the only one wouldn't come off is this one. So today, I got one nail. Don't mind it. Act like you don't see it, but I just took the elephant out the room. So you're like, spirit, why you got on one freaking nail? I can't get it out. It won't come off. So I'm using the NYX Shine Killer today. Which I really think it worked really good. My makeup did wonderful the other day. I've been a little tense, well, a lot tense, and a little edgy. I got so much freaking going on. And I'm using the NYX foundation. This is our new family member. I wanted to do my eyebrows first, but I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and start getting the foundation out the way. I don't want to spend a super lot of time on my makeup today. I just want to get it done. Because this morning I got something really important to do. I kind of want to look like elegant, beautiful businesswoman. So this is gonna be mine. You know, bad eyes businesswoman look, because I'm trying to obtain something and I need to get it. I need it to be, oh yes, that they don't really like recognize me at all. Yesterday, we had someone, we was driving, and I took off my mask for a little while, child, just a little while. I'm driving in my car, and a lady see me, and child, she pointed the car down. She was just like, and then they was like, darn, I think she recognized you. And I didn't say nothing. Usually I'd be like, no, I don't think they know who I am. I ain't say nothing because I was like, dang, I should have my mask on. Like, this is a good opportunity to be able to go wherever I want, really. And not have nobody really recognize me. Seriously. Okay. So now I got my foundation on. I'm just gonna do this. Is nice. I don't really have to go too far in with this. So nice. Well, I feel like it's full coverage. Like if you do another coat, girl, it's covered. It's covered. It's covered. And we're gonna go ahead and get this under eye started. I'm trying to get to the point where I can kind of like, if I remember to do something, to just jump right into it, because I always kind of forget a step here and there. Now this is going to be my first time trying my white pencil with the underline. Girl, child, looked at the before, it almost scared me, but it's just a, beginning. Like makeup. Somebody said, Spirit, you gonna do a Halloween look for us? I might not. I might miss it this year. My life is literally, I don't want to use the word out of balance because I feel like it is in balance. It's the way that God wants me to move. It's the way that I have to go. I'm being forced to do some things that I didn't think that I was ready for. Want to incorporate in my life right now. But, because I deal with freaking nuts, I'm being forced to make changes. So, I gotta make some changes. That's just the way it is. So, let me go ahead and try to create some eyebrows real quick. I feel like in my heart I don't want to do too much, so I want to kind of keep it not too thick, but I want to keep it high so I can get basically why is the camera focused on my forehead? Like literally the little spot that can focus on your face is right here. Like stop playing. My forehead must look real big today. But I want the eyebrow to be up, so I can get more room in here for the eyeshadow. So yeah, people want me to do the Halloween look. You might not get it this year. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know how my life is going to be at the end of this month. Every day has been uncomfortable, tiring. I get up every morning at like 4:45, sometimes 4 o'clock. And I'm literally leaving the house sometimes by maybe 5:30. And I'm on the road because we still have our regular life to take care of. And then we dealing with unnecessary stuff. And then now I gotta incorporate all this stuff in my life all at once. But I'm gonna do a life update video probably right after I do my makeup. So if you want to know everything that's going on with Spirit, what Spirit got going on, make sure you look out for that video, okay? I wish I could tell you what the title gonna be. I might put I got something to tell you or something like that. Or life update. Or something, I don't know. Plus, someone asked me, could I do a video? Start speaking and talking to y'all. I might do that. And I would say, but don't I talk to you all the time? Don't I run my mouth enough? That's not enough. That's not enough for you. Of course not. It's not enough for you. I'll do that for you. No problem. Okay, so this I'm gonna tell you what I'm using in a minute. I ain't gonna tell you right now. Because I don't know if it's gonna work out. I can't find my brown eyebrow pencil. And you gotta be creative. Okay, I think that's working out. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I'm using. I'm using my MAC retro lipstick. Now this stuff don't move once it's on your face. It don't come off your mouth or nothing. So I'm using it for my eyebrows, okay? Because I can't find my brown eyebrow pencil. Child, it says makeup, girl, be creative. Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna tell you something. I started out right though. I found my eyebrow pencil. I was so happy to get ready to use it. And the moment I turned the camera on, I lost it. I don't know where it's at. And I don't have time to look for it. And, I don't want to waste time. I don't want to be, too late. Fashionable late, but not too late. No, I'm going to be on time. Because this is definitely important. The early bird gets the worm, Well, not all the time. Sometimes you get the worm, you get up early to get the worm, then somebody come and snatch it from you, so just eat it, swallow it real quick. Okay, I know that look crazy, but it's gonna look better once I clean it up. LA Girl Pro Concealer. This one's a little bit darker than the one I use for my eyes. Just a little bit. I got a new blender, so I'm going to use that today. I was looking at one of my sponges I bought a while ago. I don't know if I got it from Sephora or Sally's, but child, that thing looked like it had a bite out of it. I mean, dang, all I did was wash it. It looked like somebody ate it. So let's talk, y'all. It's gonna be so crazy, but it's gotta be talked about. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm in a different perspective. Spirit done grown. Look at Spirit done grown up. Yeah, I'm in a different perspective. Now let's talk about men. Y'all know I can't stand no bald head man. I really can't. I mean, I done told y'all before my Spirit likes. So let me update the new ones. Okay, Spirit has like, I don't know what's going on with me as far as like, and if you want to say that I'm baldophobic, okay, girl, you're right, I'm baldophobic. I can't stand no pointy, no shiny, no dinty, no movie, no swooshy, bald freaking head. I can't, and definitely no bumpy head. Like I can't stand no bald bumpy head. Okay, but okay, so I be going through phases. Now, I know I don't like no man with no bald head. Now, it's been a couple of times I done seen a man with a bald head, child. I was stopped in my tracks. I almost couldn't breathe. He was so fine. He was cute. You know how there are, I figured this out. There are women who look good bald-headed. They do. They look crazy with hair. And you be like, girl, take that hair off. Shave that hair. Do something. it's just some people who is just freaking gorgeous, bald-headed, right? Well, I figured it out. There's some men that are freaking gorgeous, bald-headed. They just fine. I seen one child. All I could do is imagine that, you know, I was rubbing all over his bald head, child, and floating, child. I was like, oh my God, I would love to just rub his bald head with both hands. He was real fine. But be honest. Now, like, don't give me a choice. That's why I don't like to judge people. I don't really like to, like, do like a, I don't like to, like, fill out a survey or do, like, a dating online thing about what type of man I want. Because I'd rather just meet a person and get to know him and learn to accept him for the way he is, rather he got hair or he don't. And if he's bald, just, you know, because I have tried to date bald men, and literally, I think I go through something. I have to talk myself into not thinking about the bald head all the time, and then the bald head starts to become 3D, and don't let us get into an argument. Oh my God, it's over. I would use his bald head as an excuse to get rid of his tail, and that's wrong. It's wrong. You know that's wrong. Today, I'm going to be using this. So today, I'm going to be using this new beauty blender. One of my special lights sent it to me. I believe it was Susan. Look at that. Thank you, girl. Thank you for everything that you done. No, it's so exciting. I'm going to use a little bit of my LA Girl Pro setting spray. Just a little. So, I don't like to fill out the thing on online dating, what kind of man that I want, you know, because if I do, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say, I'm definitely like, if, you know, they give you the choices, like, if a man's bald or whatever, you know, and, you know, you might not check the box. I'll probably be the one to not check the box, so I don't have to see no bald man. But now that I'm older, well, I don't even know if it's older. I don't know. It might not have nothing to do with that. It might be just something that just changed within me, you know. You're not the same person that you was a year ago, 6 months ago. Break it down whichever way you want to. Okay, so now I'm using the LA Pro Lighter Concealer real quick for my eyes. Even though I'm talking, I want to hurry up and get this done. Now my eyeshadow gonna be so simple and quick, but the way I imagine it, it's gonna be really pretty, so I'm excited about it. So I've been thinking, like, I start thinking about men that go bald, like some men go bald and they can't help it. It's not their fault. It's not their fault that they're going bald. It's just, I guess, the way that their DNA, their genes are. It could be the sun. It could be a sickness. It could be whatever the case. Something happened where they lost their hair. You know, I don't know the case why they don't have their hair anymore, but I don't want to miss the opportunity of meeting somebody wonderful and he bald. You know, just like I'm sure somebody that dates a woman doesn't want to miss the opportunity to date a woman and don't want to date her because she's bald. You know, just because a woman is bald doesn't mean she's not valuable. It could be, she could be bald because she like her hair bald. She's beautiful bald. She got sick, or she had issues, or she just cut it off herself because she just wanted to be freaking bald. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to judge a person and miss an opportunity of getting to know somebody. That's in my situation. That's where I'm at now. So I'm willing to date a bald man. Okay, I know that's shocking, right? But if he came to me and told me that, you know, he would like to get a hair plant or a wig or a lace front so that he didn't have to look bald and he wanted to look younger, girl, I'm going to be encouraging him. Like, yes, what kind of hair you going to get? You going to get some dreads. And if he say, yeah, girl, I'm going to start fantasizing about seeing his dreads on his head. You know what I'm saying? So I love to see a man with a full set of hair. Now if you talk about he gonna get some the type of hair that's gonna hang down his back, child, no, that ain't gonna happen. We're not dating. Like, I'm not dating no man that look like me. I'm sorry. You could be mad all you want to. You could be mad all you want to. Scratch your A while you at it. If he wants to wear a laced front or some type of implant or some type of piece that goes on his head that make him look like he got a nice haircut or a cute little afro or, just make him look good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now I tell you what I will date. I'll date a man who got like the hair shaved off on the side and they got a ponytail. Child, why when I see a man with a ponytail on top of his head, my whole head turns. I'm like, oh my God. Especially if he's eye candy. I'm like, oh my God, that is so cute. I love that. I love the man ponytail. I see some women with their hair like that too, but no, for me, I just like seeing it's cute on a woman, but I love to see it on a man. I just think it's unisex, like it's really nice. But yeah, that's why would you date a man that decides that he doesn't want to be bald and he wanna because it's just like, well, I'm gonna say this, I wear a lace front, but I'm not bald. But I just happen to not be bald. But what if I was? I'm at the point in my life where, well, I ain't gonna lie to you, child. I'm gonna always be wearing a wig, right? I got hair or not. I just like wigs. That's just who I am. It's a part of my personality. And a man could easily say he don't want to date a woman with a wig. And I'm like, okay. So I'm not going to be mad with no man who don't want to date me because I got a wig on. Let me tell y'all, I dated this guy. And he was so cute, right? And I always had on a wig. I ain't never ever seen my real hair. And I didn't really think about it. I just, it was in that time where, I was doing good and I was able to, shop the way I want to. And whenever I went on a date with him, child, I made sure I was cute, sexy, and fly, right? Now he always, let me go back because I have to tell you this, he always made plans. Like, he never broke plans with me whenever we went out. When he said he wanted to go out with me and we made agreement plans, he kept it. So, and he wasn't somebody like, I don't know, I wasn't really like all up in his, like, want to meet his family and want to be around his friends and none of that. It was just when we got together, we would talk business, we would talk about our life and stuff like that. But it was like so like you had to be fly around this guy. He was just fine, okay. So I don't know where I got something for you. The time when he called me, I was like, well, I'm at work. I'll meet you after work, or let's set up a date. He's like, no, I want to see you now. I was like, I don't think so. He's like, well, why not? I said, well, I'm at work. He said, I'm not going to hold you up or nothing. I have a gift for you. I want to give it to you. I said, can't you give it to me when we go out on a date? Like, why we even trying to, like, come to each other's jobs and stuff like that? He was like, well, I'm not really trying to come to your job. I'm in the area, and I'm excited about this, and I want you to have it. You know what I'm saying? Child. I was like, well, I don't look like my usual self. He was like, what you mean? Child, I ain't want to tell the man I ain't have my wig, my makeup, and nothing. I did not want that man to ever see me not look like I look without my makeup and wig on, because I don't know, that I just, he was like eye candy, and he was just like this fantasy thing for me. It wasn't like somebody like I really was expecting it to go, anywhere, because like he was talking about that he traveled a lot. He, with his business and stuff like that. And I get this concealer on. I'm going, before I start blending out, I'm gonna hit save on my sound so I don't lose it. I'll be so upset. Okay, so basically the guy, he shows up to my business, and I literally think I went through an anxiety attack because I didn't have the time to go home and like make myself look good. I didn't have nothing at the business that I could kind of like fix up myself real quick. Plus I had employees coming in and out and everything, right? Child, oh my God. And I just happened to be at one of the bigger businesses at the time, the one that I told him that I'm always at. I was able to hit save on my sound so far. I'm happy about that. At least you'll get the first part of the makeup. Now, like stuff happens, stuff always seems to happen, and I always have to learn my lesson and learn how to adapt and remove around things, I gotta figure out a better way to record because the way I'm doing it is just not working for me. It messes me up so bad. So, okay, let me get back to what I was saying. Get back to the story. Okay, child, when he showed up, I'm gonna tell you how I was looking. I was so freaking worried. Like, dang, I was like, you know what? If he don't want to date me no more, I'm gonna be okay with it. Because, like, I felt like I was just like he was my eye candy. I was his eye candy. Like, I was the cute, fancy, elegant, beautiful, sexy woman that every time we went on a date, that's who he saw. You know what I'm saying? I was not about to let him see me outside of that because I didn't think it would be somebody that would be long-term dating, and nothing like that. So whatever memory he had for me, it'd definitely be, oh my God, child, she's fine. That woman is fine. That's how I want him to be like that. That woman fine, period. I didn't want him to know me, outside of being fine. If that makes sense. I know some of you understand where I'm coming from. It's just some people, you meet a certain person, you just don't, you kind of feel like it ain't gonna go but so far, you know what I mean? And let me tell you what I look like. I'm at the florist, child. Oh my God, that particular day. Now some days I show up real cute at the florist, but we had flowers coming in from the airport, a lot of flowers to process. So I had on sneakers, sweatpants. I had my hair out. I had twisted it and I just had it out like in an afro. I had no makeup on. No makeup whatsoever. I didn't even have on lip gloss, child. Oh my God. And then the worst part is, you know how you wake up 5 o'clock in the morning and you gotta be to work early. I had to be to work like at 4 at that time. So you know how I look waking up. I look like I was tired. And then I thought I was just gonna work and we were all gonna process the flowers to everybody's schedules and stuff like that. I had to clean out some coolers. I had a lot of stuff to do that particular day. Plus run around with my kids, Child, he talking about something here in the area of where I say I mostly be. Oh my God. So I told him, he said, well, just tell me, if it's okay if I can just swing by and just to give you a gift and whatever. So I'm like, okay. And I was like, okay, why is he trying to figure out if I really have a florist, if he's trying to see if I'm lying, like why he have to come by and see me right now, why he can't wait till it's a date. That way, if it's a date, we both get something out of it, like companionship and be happy to see each other. Why he have to come by now and ruin it, Let me go ahead and add the second concealer underneath my eye. And this one's a little bit darker than the first one. I'm going to tell you, I didn't put the corrections concealer on today, so I just want to see how this concealer going to work without it. Now, most concealers don't work for me without the correction concealer. It really don't. It leave like a dark spot underneath my eye. And I know I be looking crazy, but child, it be already done. Some damage is just undone. You just have to wait till you get an opportunity to do it over. Period. When he showed up, I mean, oh my God, just the type of man that even at his worst, he's so cute. Oh my God, so fine. He showed up. Now, let me tell y'all what age range he was. He was like about 48, 49. And at the time, I was in my late 30s, going into my 40s. So, he was like 48. And he was basically, he was definitely a businessman. Child. He came inside. And I saw him when he got to the counter. He was telling somebody he was looking for me. And they was like, okay. So they come in. So first thing the girl said when she come back there, there's a fine man out there looking for you. And I was like, yeah. So I'm up there trying to fix my hair. And see, I have the type of hair that once it dry out, it ain't nothing you can do with it. It's frizzy. It's stiff. It's just, oh my God, it's the worst. Like once it dry out, you know, and you ain't do nothing to it. You ain't put in no style. I was trying to fix my hair. Nothing was working. And I had no choice. Like, I had no choice but to walk out there and just try to play it off. So I walks out there. I try to walk out there cute, like, hey, how you doing, child? All I was trying to do was not freak out when I see the reaction to his face when he see that I'm not like the woman that he normally see showing up for the date. When I saw him, he was like, hey, and he had flowers, and he had a gift bag, and he told me that he had been thinking about me, and he wanted to take me somewhere nice, and he just wanted to talk to me because we never see each other, but like when we go on a date and it be like nighttime and stuff like that. He wanted to see me in the daytime, so he said he saw me in the daytime. And in my head, I was so mad. I was screaming at myself like, oh my God, why? Let me tell you, the first thing he said was in my MAC setting powder. The first thing he said was, wow, you're beautiful. Oh my gosh. Well, he said, oh my gosh. He said, oh my God. He said, oh my God, you're beautiful. And I was like, thank you. And he was like, wow, you got pretty eyes. I said, thank you. I had no eyelashes on my child. And my eyebrows were missing, because not missing, I had none. Child, oh my God. And so when I smiled, it was like asking me, so when do I think I'll be available to go out, and so that he can make the proper arrangements for what he wanted to do. And I told him when I would be available. We talked a little bit, and he asked me, can I walk him to his car? So I walked him to his car. When I got to his car, he gave me a hug, and he asked me for a kiss, so I gave him a kiss and everything. And then he wanted to act like he didn't want to let me go or nothing like that. And I was like, okay, I gotta get back to work, okay, child. But the only problem was he was already getting ready to move to Denver. You know, he told me he was moving when we first started dating. So let me tell you what happened. Oh my God. After that, he left the store. I get a text later on, and he tells me that he would like to see me in my natural more often. He was like, I don't know if anyone tell you, but you're a very beautiful woman. You're very pretty. He said, I already knew you was really pretty. I was all the pieces just like I am now. All the freaking pieces. All the pieces. We went, I didn't go in my natural. I went with makeup on, but I wore, you know, my natural hair and everything. My dark concealer for my contouring around my face. it did make me feel good. And yes, he was a black man. He was a black man, but now y'all know. I told y'all I like him real black, right? I like a black man that's almost blue. Like I love a black man. And, you know, I don't really care what nationality. Well, to be honest, I could date any man, but something about a black man just like get my clock ticking. Like I can't even think. Oh my God, don't let him smile. He be black and smile. Oh my God. And then if he got a wide, pretty smile, I'm happy with that. But I don't know. When it comes to me, when I meet a person, it don't matter. He black, yellow, red, white, whatever. Once I start getting to know him and he really into spirit, that's all I see. That's all I see is him, you know. But if you want to tell me, like, ask me what I like, you know, I would tell you. But he wasn't black. He was a mixed man. He was a mixed man, and he was more on the white side than he was black. But he lived his life as a black man. And when I tell you, child, fine. And I don't know why the mix or the high yellow men are very, very attracted to me. They just find me attracted. I don't know why, but they do. And see, like, I could tell you what I prefer, but once a man asks me out, it don't matter what color he is, you know, as long as he treats your girls very good. That's where I'm at. I gotta use my raggedy sponge because I need this to blend in good. I was gonna throw it away. I'm glad I didn't throw it away because I need it right now. So yeah, he was a very, very beautiful man. And the worst thing ever happened. We only went out on a few dates, but we enjoyed each other's company when we went out on a date with each other. Child, why that man asked me to move to freaking Denver? Child, I was so upset. He asked me would I come out there and live where he lived at, you know, because he had a job opportunity out there. And that's where he was going. But I knew that before we even started dating. But what I didn't know is that he was going to really like your girl's spirit. But the problem was that I had a Flores and I was doing so good. I had employees. I had my kids. And now the thing is, I don't really like long distance dating. But he didn't either. He told me in order for us to continue on, he wanted me to come out there where he's at. He even told me I'd come live with him in Denver, okay? Child, I can't do Denver. I'm sorry. I can't do, like, cold places, you know what I'm saying? I can't. And at the time, it was real cold when he was going up there. And he told me that he really didn't want to, like, say goodbye or nothing like that. He really wanted us to have a relationship, so we tried to, like, communicate with each other on the phone and try to, like, just stay open-minded that it could. Now, at one point, I started, like, really, like, just wishing I could just do it because I really liked him, and we continued dating until, but once he got to Denver, I think one day he called me. Now, one thing I like about him, he was an honest man. He told me that he'd been in Denver for 3 months and he met a woman and he needs to know if I'm going to be trying to continue a relationship with him. He'll help me find a place to live and everything out there, or I could come live with him because he would really want me to be in his life. He could see himself being with me long term. But if I'm not going to try to come out there and try to move out there as soon as possible, he's getting ready to start dating someone else new. So, yeah, I thought about it. I was almost packing. I was about to pack. But then I said to myself, if I move to Denver, I have to do it because I really want to do it. I don't want to up and change my complete lifestyle for a man that I met a few months ago. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do that was supposed to be with, but I told him that I had a bone disease. There was no way I could like live where it's really cold. I just couldn't do it. But his opportunity was out there, and he was just like me. He wasn't trying to date long distance, so I got it. I got it. And that would happen to me. I'll meet the perfect man, and he's moving the freak away. That's exactly what happened to me. But let me tell you, it got to the point when we went on a date. I'm gonna tell you this weird little small story, because this don't happen to women, especially black women. Do not freaking touch the hair. Do not mess with the wig, okay? If you want your life, don't mess with the wig. One day, we decided to like spend some time with each other. We was gonna watch a movie, cook, all that stuff together, right? Child, I was excited too. Well, when I got there, and we started cooking and everything, he was like, look, let's get comfortable, you know, take off your shoes and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I decided, I was having this long curly wig. It was kind of full. So I took it and I wrapped it in like a ponytail in the back and just stuck a band in it so I can cook freely. Child, why he come up to me and asked me, can he just take the wig off? And I was like, no, you can't take my wig off. He was like, why not? I said, because I got my hair braided underneath. He was like, oh, okay, well, if you're not comfortable, but I would rather you have the wig off because I like seeing you the way you look. So, I don't know. I liked it, guys, so I just went in the bathroom and took the wig off. Came back out and I just had my hair in braids and had like my little earrings and stuff on. I still had my makeup on. And he loved it, so I cooked in his kitchen with my wig off and my braids, my hair, and he just kept on playing in my hair. He loved it. And that's when I realized, like, I was like, okay, I think it's some intimacy between a woman's hair and a man. Like, a man like to be able to touch and feel a woman's hair. It just makes them feel closer to the woman, as far as my experience. So, yeah, so I started, and because he liked my hair so much, so when we started going out, the less I wore my wigs. The moment he moved to Denver, child, my wigs were back on all the freaking time. But that's what happens when you start dating. You might do something that's a little bit out of the norm when you start dating. I think that's just the way it is. Now let me tell you, this man had a head full of hair. His hair was thinning a little bit, just a little bit. So I don't know what he looked like now. We kind of like lost touch. He started dating a new woman, and later on, you know, let me tell you what he did. He wrote me to let me know he's getting married. Felt like he needed to tell me that. I told him that he didn't have to tell me that. Like, it's okay to move on with their life, you know what I'm saying? And he said that he felt like he couldn't do that unless he let me know. I don't know. At one point, I felt like he kept on doing stuff, so I'll be like, don't get married. I'm coming to Denver. But I was like, go ahead, get married, shoot. I'm not coming out there. I'm not doing it. So after that, I haven't heard from him no more. Plus, I changed emails and I changed phone numbers. My life completely changed. I just left him alone. You know, once he told me he was dating somebody else, he was off the table for me. I wasn't interested anymore. He was a nice memory, you know. Cute, sexy, gorgeous, light brown eyes, dark black, beautiful hair. He was cute. Okay, well, I put on these earrings today and this chain. I got them from Route 21, and I think I showed them to you in the haul. What would you do? Would you make a sacrifice to up and root and leave everything to be with the love of your life? I guess it depends on what's going on in your life. Like, I think, like, if I didn't have a business, I didn't have employees, I probably would have did it, you know, and brought my kids with me. Because he even told me, like, don't use the kids as an excuse. You could bring the kids, you know what I mean? I done met several guys that asked me to uproot my life and just be with them. I always meet guys who just want me to like just uproot everything so we can have some type of relationship. And I guess, you know, that can happen because the person you meet, what the freak is wrong with this? This got a weird little hook on it. Child, it was only $6.99 at Route 21. I just had to bite it and squeeze the closing of it. I think I got it now. This one is better. Oh, these are cute. Oh my goodness, they so cute. Oh, they cute. So once again, so I got the chain on. Let me put my highlight on, my blush, my lipstick, and then I'm out. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you thumbs up, like, turn on your notification bell, especially if you like when Spirit doing her makeup and running her mouth and chewing gum, okay? And if you like story times, like a lot of times I do my story times, not always in the makeup, it could be in food, it could be in a vlog, so it's about my lifestyle. So if you only watch certain videos, you do miss out on a lot, but it's okay if you only like the makeup. Girl, I understand. Let me add my dividend. Okay, I'm using my Sephora blush. It's like a peachy. I gotta build it up a little bit. So let me know in the comments what you think about, you know, dating a man who would wear a lace or a wig or implants. Let me know if you would uproot everything to be with the man you met. You know, I ain't gonna say the love of your life, but the potential love of your life, because I didn't get there yet, you know. He was like the lust of my life, okay? But not the love of my life. Like, it was a nice fantasy. And see, I didn't spend time with him around my kids or in my regular setting. It was always like I made a special time for him, you know what I mean? So I didn't really get to know him like that. Okay, I am using the Ulta highlight today. I like this highlight. You definitely have to build it up. Give you a chance to get as much as you want on here, not too much. So I'm gonna put on the lip primer by e.l.f. I'm gonna use a little bit of the red first. I'm using the Lady Balls, which I'm almost out. this is the finished look.